and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, Red 5-2, out here. 51 the mic, 51 the mic. You don't want this. Hey, foxtrot. What's this son?
Working from the gun. Wentz is going to fire one deep, middle of the... And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 65 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Green with a catch left side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 6 there on 1st. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the 44, Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. On the ground, it's Geis. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Geis for the carry on 2nd down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, watch that, check, white 54, white 54. Time to go, night.
He's got his man here. It's Green. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. On 1st down, this is Geis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Geis. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, watch the slip, check.
3rd down, here's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Bang, 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 bang.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Switch gears. Lefty.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
74. 57 to Mike. Hey, Buck.
Wentz now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And an Eagles first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Sunday. What's your son? 57's right.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Mine's 54. Mine's 54. They're going to need some therapy after this. Joker, 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 joker. Shoot, shoot.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Green's got it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards. First down, Washington.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, tight, tight. Hey, watch that, watch that. Check right, 54. No, 54. Hey, that's what I do. 49, check 49, check 49. Shit, shit.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. Does the big boy have the juice? Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Always always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, we heavy on the edges, Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check 24, go.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
54 is Mike. Check, watch 54. Yeah, you don't want none. Hey, one set. Check Mike, 54. Over. In the face. Mike 5-4.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And Reed with it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Haskins to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Love. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Hopkins' kick is good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check girls. 81. 57.
Here's Wentz to throw. Ertz has it left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing his Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Tighten up. Check. Lock.
Topper. On first down, Wentz escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. after the penalty. It's Penny. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now Haskins to throw it. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, it's Love. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
I'm coming after you. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Go, tackle. Let's go.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And Green with a catch left side. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be taken at the 10. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
You got nothing. What's that? 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Black, come on.
Now Wentz. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
That's a gain of 5.
Come on, let's go. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Done. Great 15. Done.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Elliott Good with a PAT. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Haskins. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Haskins will throw. Going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker caught on 4th down leads to 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Check safety, check safety. Deuce, 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 deuce.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Under 10, under 10, 10. Check 31, check 31. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, check, 59. Switch.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Sunday. 57. 27.
Now Wentz. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check 9, check 9. Check 4, check 4.
2nd down, Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the Redskin 1st down.
Ready. Go to base. Check, check. You know it. Here we go, here we go. Check, 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 check.
Now a handoff, Geis going right. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Mike 5-4. Hey, me and you all day. All day.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Mike 54. Wild Bill. Hey, alert 3. Check 3. Check 3. Big Ed. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Haskins back to the air. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st down, Washington.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that to Bryce Love out of the backfield, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mike 54. Strip that ball. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now Haskins. That's complete right around the 8. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll come out in the pistol. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
54. Mike 54. I got it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Walk 54. Walk 54.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A.J. Green. His first touchdown of the new season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So here are the Redskins now, an important 2-point conversion.
Check tight. Mike 5-4. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Haskins going to throw again. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz steps away to his left. And now he'll tuck it and run. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Jim. Chef.
Great. Listen.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Listen. Kill.
Check Mike 57. Let's go.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. He's going to wind up it. It's caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Antonio Callaway, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Important extra point up and through, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a two-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do?
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Haskins to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final two plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now it's Haskins. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Eagles, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again